Local couple to conceive a child through in vitro fertilization. Rapper Bigbie has pledged to donate all sales of his 9th album to Clay and Paige Hatcher. And rapper Bigbie and Paige Hatcher join us to talk more about the fundraising. Guys, we appreciate you coming in today.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, good to have you guys. Paige, first off, tell us about your guys' situation. You were telling me during the break that you guys had tried for about 2 years to have a child.
We've been married for 2 years now. We've actually been together for a little over 4. And we've tried some procedures in the past and they were not successful. So we sought help with New Life Clinic in Dothan, and they told us that IVF was going to be our only option for success, and it is unfortunately a little expensive.
As a young couple, how frustrating is that to know that you have to turn to in vitro?
Very, very frustrating. Very frustrating.
And when you mentioned expensive, this is something that is pretty pricey, isn't it?
It is, and it's something that insurance does not cover.
So tell us about this guy. How'd you get in touch with this guy here?
Well, he's actually one of my husband's very best friends, and they've known each other for a very long time, and he's been probably the cornerstone of our family for the last year and a half, more than that really, but he's been very, very helpful, helping us raise funds, get the word out there, helping us with our family, and just make sure that everything is copacetic.
Yeah, Corey, tell us about your career. You're a rapper from Dothan, and how'd you decide that maybe you could step up and help this couple out here?
The past year has been a really eventful year for me. I started off the year setting a world record in Dothan for longest rap performance. I performed for over 19 hours, got a lot of attention for it, went on tour with Grammy Award winners Bone Thugs and Harmony, got to record a song for the Atlanta Falcons with Pastor Troy, and I've done numerous things that have gotten me a lot of attention lately. And instead of trying to use that for my personal gain, when they told me they were going through with this procedure, I decided that I wanted to use that and kind of give back to them and sort of just deflect my popularity back on for their cause. And that's why, how I decided to get involved with it.
How does that make you feel when someone steps up and does something like that?
It's overwhelming. It's been really heartwarming and not something that I expected to happen by any means. We were just kind of discussing with him the next step that we were going to take, and the very first thing out of his mouth is "let me help," and it's been wonderful.
Let's talk about, we know how you're going to help. Let's talk about how folks watching can help as well, and tell us about your music. Kind of what inspires your music?
It's up and down. There are songs that I do that talk about the passing of my father, or that talk about mistakes that I've made, and also talk about every day, just a day in my life. Then there are some songs on there that I might do as just a nod to an inside joke that I have with my friend, and then of course my biggest hit to date has been my ode to the Atlanta Falcons, which is besides my girlfriend, that's my heart. That's my heart right there, and so that's where my inspiration comes from, and a lot of people can hear it when they hear my music, and it's what draws a lot of people to me, and aside from my performances. So
we need to talk about how folks can purchase your CD and also how it makes a big difference. So what's the best way they can get a hold of your music and help out Paige and her husband?
The best way right now, I would prefer everybody strictly go through their GoFundMe page, and the easiest way is it's all rerouted. You can look it up on my Facebook, which is facebook.com/BigBeMusic, and the link to the GoFundMe page will be through there. We have specials laid out for all tiers of donations, and then of course all of my back catalog is also available on all digital streaming platforms as well. But of course, all of our focus right now is on Clay and Paige.
Yeah, tell us about the bracelets here. I see them out there. What do they say?
They say "My Turn," which is a phrase right now that a lot of mothers have going through this process have sympathized with. I'll let Paige kind of explain.
Yeah, probably one of the most popular phrases that you'll see on any kind of support group or board for infertility is going to be "my turn." When is it going to be my turn? So that's something that we felt a lot of women who are struggling with infertility would relate to.
Well, Paige, we wish you and your husband the best of luck, and Corey, appreciate you stepping up for the cause right there. We hope we sell a lot of albums and sell a lot of music and raise money to make that in vitro possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming today. It's good to see you.
Man.
Appreciate you coming. Coming up next year on Alabama.